what to say about that, but thank you. Thank you. Push in if you want to. There's more room. I wish I had an actual soapbox. That would be good. So I just want to say I just got off the train. I came from New York. I was down in South Carolina, North Carolina. I've been in Iowa. It's happening, folks. It is happening. Do not watch mainstream media and get discouraged because it is fucking happening. And look around this room. I mean, what's been saved my sanity has been going to launches and seeing who's there. I mean, all kinds of people, all kinds of colors, all kinds of ages. This is what we need. We have an army. That's why he's the only candidate that can beat Trump, because Trump has an army. We have an army. Woo! You know, there are some people. I talked to a group of white women in, I think Greenville? I'm not sure where. I was in the woods somewhere. And they were fabulous. They had all gotten together to, you know, after Trump because they were so upset, and they meet once a month, and they're very smart. And a lot of them were on the fence. And I just said, listen, this is a moment in history. This is not going to happen again. After this guy, you're not going to have a candidate for a long time that is clean. You know, the only people owning Bernie Sanders are us. Right. We're it. Yeah. And that's not going to, you're not going to find your way to maybe an AOC or one of those people who are fabulous. I was actually knocking doors with her. And there's so many people, because that's where I'm from, is Jackson Heights, Queens. And, nobody applauded for I know, I'm kidding. And you know, Crowley had been in there for 20 years. He voted like a Republican. Everybody endorsed him. Hillary did, Cuomo, everybody. And she got it because she had an army. And she would say in the very beginning in somebody's living room when we were trying to get it together, she would say, you know, they're top heavy. They have the money at the top, but they do not have the soldiers underneath. And that's what we have. Now, there's a lot of messing around with the ballots and everything. That's, you know, that's reason to be concerned, and that's why we need monitors. You know, there are no more exit poll things happening. Thank you, DNC. Hello, somebody, as Nina would say. But know that you will be able to tell your kids that you or your whomever that you fought for this, because this moment in history looking back is going to be when everything is decided. We cannot have 4 years of a centrist, even if they manage to beat Trump, which is doubtful. But say you do get a centrist in there, the environment's done. We cannot have halfway, middle of the road, baby steps, pathways to healthcare, whatever. People are falling through the cracks. Like, I mean, the stories. I was in New Hampshire. I didn't know it was the epicenter of the opiate problem. Who would have thought? New Hampshire. And listening to what they're going through, and then going to Iowa and listening. No, by the way, nobody has clean water. Iowa can't even grow their own vegetables. They're importing vegetables because of the agri-farms and because of all the fucking stuff that's gone into their water. New Hampshire, the Teflon plant. Oh my God. These women that are so incredible have gone around and located wells, and ended up in politics because 3 of the 6 of their kids got cancer.
Water warriors.
And you know, it's not going to change unless it's going to come from the bottom, and it's going to come hard won, and it's going to mean knocking on doors. And I've knocked on doors, and in terms of Warren, I mean, you know, she voted for the last 2. Everybody says he's so crazy. Then they vote to give him his money for his inflated military budget, which could be going somewhere else. She just voted for this horrible trade deal. You know, really concrete reasons. And what I said to these women who wanted a woman, and I said yes, and I'm sure Bernie's going to choose a VP that's a woman, because he said he would. But you have to have somebody right now. This is an emergency. And if you're talking just in some kind of identity politics, or, you know, this other guy doesn't get angry and doesn't wave his arms, and you are in a comfortable place with health insurance.
Right.
You do not have student debt.
Right.
Right. You know, you do not have, so, and I, you know, in talking to teachers, what teachers are going through in this country, yes, the economy is doing great, but not for everybody, not for most people that can't even deal with a $400 emergency.
Yes.
This is crazy, and it's time, and this is the time, and it's going to be the only time. So we have to just give it our all, and I thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I have met people in these launches that have come from all over. I don't know if we had people from other states here, well, besides New York. Sure. Yeah, other countries. When I was in Iowa, there was someone from Scotland and someone from Iran, and I mean, they're coming from everywhere because the whole world is praying that this guy will get in so that things cannot go back to the way they were, because the way they were gave us Trump.
Right.
We don't want to go back to the way we were. There's no such thing as being calm again.
Right.
We have to do something.
We are the ones we've been waiting for.
Yes, we are the ones we've been waiting for. And in the spirit of quoting people, I would like to just read this because you know, seriously, we don't have, we can't be depressed. We don't have the luxury of giving up at this point. And this is from Muhammad Ali.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah. He said, "Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Wow. Impossible is not a fact. Impossible is an opinion.
Right.
Wow. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing, as we say."
Yes.
We're going to take that dare and we're going to show them, and as you may see, how blown the minds of our, you know, mainstream media pundits have been in the last time.
Really.
And one of the guys was saying to Joy Reid, who's been particularly nasty to me, so even though I don't have a TV, every now and then I see something of hers, and he was discussing, his name is Anon, he's written a book.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw this, but he said something that I hadn't heard before, and he said, why is everybody talking about how we can stop this instead of asking, why is this happening?
Right.
There's a lack of imagination in terms of the journalists. Now, we know it's because their bosses will be taxed for the first time. And that's part of the problem. But where is their imagination? And this is what you all have, is the ability to imagine. And Barney has told us that we are empowered, that you are empowered. And that's what he's given us. You know, Noam Chomsky says, I will misquote it, but let me just give you the general idea, that people aren't afraid of Bernie's policies. What they're afraid of is that his people are not just going to show up every 4 years and push a button. His people are going to stay in it. And what they don't want is the rabble rising up and staying together. And you are the rabble, and we're going to stay together, and we're going to do this thing. All I have to say, because I just had a coffee and that's just, so I only have so much left.
Okay.